I'm very adventurous, and so when it comes to adventure, you never know what's going to be around the corner. Growing up here in Vancouver, I'm big into nature, big into mountains, right? It's like, you see a ridge, it's like, okay, it's only, 50 meters to go there. I'm going to put the effort in and then see what happens when I get there, because I know there's going to be something else around the corner. And then eventually, you kind of reach that peak, right? In hiking, it's the top of the mountain, and you get a reward because you get a view. With cybercrime, what we're doing, it's the research. I'm in the field of threat intelligence, so it's literally like, in those Hollywood movies where you have, the police in a station with the yarn string and the map and, trying to follow the criminal and connect the dots. That's what we're doing in the sense of research as well, right?
Derek has a knack for understanding all pieces of threat, and then not only understanding it, but being able to characterize it in a way to others who aren't experts in that field and get them to take action. He has a large impact on enterprise-sized private sector corporations, governments, law enforcement organizations, and of course, small-sized businesses as well.
How can we work together with governments as a private sector when we find out intelligence, when we find bad things are happening in a nation that could be at risk to citizens in those nations? How can we actually collaborate and move quickly on that, right? So my work has taken me over 50 countries. I've been all over Asia, all over Europe, South America, the Caribbean. Traveling is key to build trust, to network, to meet the right key stakeholders, to be able to innovate and create new frameworks. Over 10 years ago, I created a responsible disclosure framework. So this is the ethical hackers, right? Over 10 years now, we've uncovered nearly 700 of what we call zero-day vulnerabilities. These are cyber weapons that can be used by bad guys, but we're actually discovering them first, and we're using them to actually close those holes before the bad guys can get a hold of them. For me, I didn't know I was going to be fighting cybercrime, but I knew I wanted to have an impact. My dad got me a computer when I was about 9 years old, I would say. I didn't know what to do with the thing, right? But I had to learn. Just kind of learning by myself, going through the technology. I got computer savvy, I think, just from the roots, because, back then I was the only kid on the block with a computer. So BCIT taught me a whole bunch of things. Back when I was in, secondary school, because I had taught myself everything, I was very just like a go-getter. It was very kind of the wild, wild west, right? Trying to go in and just make everything work. BCIT was a very methodical approach, right? So teaching design skills, right? Kind of build it from the ground up, being able to have these hands-on labs and work with other classmates and colleagues, learn from each other is a very, motivating environment too. Certainly the social aspect too, presentation skills, which I use every day today. There's a lot of challenges around the horizon, all these issues that are going to be coming up. The world of 5G is upon us, and that is going to create a whole bunch of complications in itself when it comes to cybersecurity. One of the things I loved about BCIT was it was a very much like get out running sort of mentality, which is great. Hit the ground running. You go through school, you get a job right away. But I think by being able to do that and build up some more expertise, credibility actually in industry, having some of that working experience by the time you get out of BCIT is a really great thing. That's something that I think the industry is always looking for.